Hello and welcome to the Advanced Age Pack-Led podcast. We are trying to find a way to make it show, as Tim joked earlier. And Tim's not here, so maybe he'll show up, maybe he won't. We've had a rough time getting the show off the ground tonight. I'm
We gave the
traveling.
keys to the people who shouldn't.
No comment. But yeah, I'm traveling. I'm in a Best Western right now. It's a lovely place with horrible internet. So
Is it the best?
uh, it's the best at something.
And how Western is it, really?
Not, I don't see anything Western about this place. Zero Westernness. It's just
If you go down to the associated ye old Cracker Barrel, I'm sure that it'll make up for it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that. But yeah, thanks for those sticking around to watch our shenanigans tonight. We're down a couple of folks, but let's see. I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Matt, take it away. Matt the
Okay.
GM.
Matt the GM, me? Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Top Secret, the spy game from the mid to late 80s. Yes. So let's see. Previously on Top Secret, I can't do the beeping thing like on 24. But anyway, let's see. You guys finally made it to San Cristobal. Actually, you know what? Let's go around and introduce our characters real quick, and I'll start with Ricardo Suave there.
Oh, hello. I am Matt. I am playing Ricardo Suave. I am a Brazilian spy and star on the famous telenovela where I play Dr. Ricardo on
They call him the
Angel
man with the
del
half face.
Amor.
Okay.
The
And
Angel
Chris.
of Love.
I'm playing Natasha Warner, an American sort of a professional student who has worked for three-letter agencies and got hired to be mischievous in this agency.
And I'm just going around the thing. Tier, you want to go next?
Dudes, James Dutch McMasterson. Pilot, lover, drinker, all around kind of hangout party guy. Listen, it's got wheels, I can drive it. If it's got wings, I can fly it. And I'm here at your disposal.
There you go. And Nathan.
Hello, I am
The last one.
Jean-Luc Latrine. And tonight, my government, or not, in the future, I predict my government not electing an asshole. Yeah, I refuse, Chris. But yeah, Jean-Luc Latrine is a sneaky, stealthy fella who likes to get up and personal with a knife, and take care of business that way.
There we go. All right. So, and then Malcolm's character and Tim's character are not with us tonight. They are busy running the cash register for the cover operation that you guys have, which is the was it the Touch of Eden, the souvenir shop, I believe at Eden K, at in San Cristobal.
And we've
Let's see,
erased
so-
Sean from existence.
Sean who?
Which one? I don't know. Oh, and yeah, and Sean too. Right. Well, all three of them are working the shop, right? Just got to have some sort of cover.
Sean's playing his stock boy fantasy up. It's fine.
Yeah, somebody's got to clean the toilet.
There you go. Especially with all those tourists not used to the Caribbean food. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody want to give me a recap to what you guys remember last time,
So
or what the mission was?
Well, ooh, that's a tough one. So I know we were supposed to help set up the shop. Then we heard about a guy who washed up on shore with like part of one handcuff on his hand. And then when we got back, we got a call from our mission director told us that we're on the lookout for this guy. I think Dimitri. I took a bunch of notes. Now I got to find him.
Yeah.
This guy
Vladimir
Dimitri,
Dimitri.
Vladimir.
and he had a some sort of a briefcase that was carrying something that shouldn't fall into anybody's hands, and so Orion wants us to get a hold of that, to get him and get a hold of that briefcase before it gets picked up by any of the major powers, because it could be very destabilizing.
Right. Dimitrix was
he's dead.
Yeah, he's a Soviet missile expert that had disappeared along with some valuable plans for a air defense system, I believe, missile defense system for the Soviets. So, yes, and your directive was to stop them from falling in the wrong hands, whether they be the Soviets, the Americans, or anybody else who might be out there. Webb, that kind of stuff. Then I believe you guys went to the casino. Some people won some money. Some people lost some money.
Some people got thrown out.
Some people got thrown out. And
some people just got there.
Some people just got there, and I believe Tyr, you and Malcolm were gonna go to the to the safe house, and then you guys were gonna go to the morgue.
No, I went back to the safe house, dropped them off, took the Jeep and a radio, the Land Rover and the radio, and went to cover their backs.
Right. At the casino,
okay.
Right?
At the casino.
Yeah, it was Malcolm's character and I that were going to go to the morgue.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. All right.
Yes,
now he's busy cleaning up another spicy oxtail in the men's room.
It's a lot of conch shell.
Just goes right through you.
Conch salad. Yeah, it goes right through you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still at the casino because I think I'm still gambling.
Okay.
Unless somebody stopped me.
Nope, we're not letting you gamble.
Nope, you were still gambling. I think you lost, and I think maybe Tim was.
You were right. You were right there. Your luck's turning around.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Because you have your disadvantage with that. So.
Yep.
You want to keep playing. I don't know what we were playing blackjack before. Is that what we were?
Yep, blackjack. Yep.
Blackjack. If you want to keep playing blackjack, we can roll a d20. You've got some lovely d20s here from Norris Foundry for all your number generating needs there.
Oh, that looks like cracked glass.
Yes, it is the cracked glass. I think it's the sapphire cracked glass.
Nice.
It really doesn't do it justice. You have to get them in your hands. And they have been kind enough to give us a gift certificate for $50 that we'll be giving away at one of the episodes.
Yeah, we can't start a fucking episode. How are we going to give something away?
Well, that's up to you guys. I don't know how you guys run things, but hey, whatever works.
No, poorly. We run it poorly. That's
okay. Fine. I'll keep the gift card. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No. So, Nathan, if you want to roll some more D20s.
This is a roll under game, right? We were supposed to roll.
Yes, it's a roll under game.
Okay, so roll a 5.
Whoever has the highest on a D20.
Oh.
Or whoever has the lowest on a D20, I guess, since it's a roll under game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it that way. All right.
Yeah, I rolled 5.
Well, you win your hand back. How much did you bet?
Yes, suck it.
Natasha, I know you were hanging around
the baccarat table.
Tables.
Looking for the high rollers, seeing what kind of deals were being made in the background there.
Okay. You notice one guy kind of. And the only reason you notice is because he's putting large amounts of chips on the table. And you look at him, and he looks like an average dude, and just kind of like, how did this guy get some money? And you just kind of like thinking like, all right. And you can see there's a few guys hanging around him. There's a couple of women in nice evening dresses hanging around him, chit chat and that kind of stuff.
So I shift from the boring old British guy who's not winning a whole lot, sort of move over to that side of the table.
Okay.
Just hope to listen and see what those around him are saying.
Okay. It's kind of your average conversations at a baccarat table, right? Like the player is very intent on trying to win this thing. It's like, give me an intelligence roll, because I believe that's what observation is under, according to the intelligence roll. Let me know what you get.
44.
Okay.
Yes.
Under
over.
Is it of my absolute intelligence or my?
Yeah,
natural
yeah, yeah. You're
force?
absolute.
So absolute and 77. So
Okay, yeah. So 4,477.
Yep.
Oh, and 44 is a crit.
Ooh.
All right.
oh,
You kind of know this guy looks like he's like you see a price tag still on his on like the back of his jacket of his tuxedo, and he looks like he doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Right, like you almost think he's like trying to live out like a James Bond fantasy kind of thing, right? And his chips are like he's doing like $1,000 at a time kind of thing, right? Because you're in the high roller section.
Yeah.
And next to him is a blonde. She seems kind of disinterested, but she stares at you for a little longer than normal, and then kind of goes back to scanning the room and leans over and talks to brunette and that kind of stuff. Most of the guys are just kind of hanging out, watching this guy play Baccarat. Dutch, you just get there. What do you want to do?
Dutch kind of just wants to like maybe get a drink, not really drink it, but just fade into the background and keep an eye out for them, see if what kind of situation they're in or if anybody is noticing them.
Okay. Give me an intelligence roll or observation roll.
Sure, this is on a D100, right?
Yep, D100. You want under.
All right. Is observation a skill or? No, I'll just roll an.
I don't think it's a.
yeah. It's just.
I rolled a 52 and I have a 57 intelligence. So
okay. You don't see anybody. You know, there's people milling about, but you don't see anybody taking like an extreme interest in your compatriots there.
Okay. So that's what I'll do. I'll cover for. I'll look for anybody acting out of the ordinary, anybody who's like a local looking to score, like a local barfly, and I'll just keep and in the meantime I'll just keep an eye on my compatriots.
A local single in your area.
No, well, I mean, sometimes
hot
they
moms looking to hook up.
Sometimes, yeah.
Somebody trying to get a groove back. Yeah.
Well, sometimes those locals, they know things out of the ordinary.
True.
And it's never a bad idea to ply them with a little honey and see if you can get some information.
And if you do see me, you see that I'm definitely like in the zone.
No, I mean, Dutch is going to make a point to like wander around until he has eyes on everybody.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I see. You want to, Nathan? You want to do another roll? How much you betting this time?
Let's
winning.
see how much money I have.
We'll see. You have like $500. I don't know if we did cash or not.
I wrote down how much money I had. So I had $12,000 total.
Okay.
I probably didn't take all that out.
No, yeah.
But I probably took out a couple grand. So yeah, I think $500 is probably a good, solid bet.
So you're betting 500?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I've got a 10.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you lose $500. On that one.
That's
I rolled a
you gotta
3.
win that back.
Was it cheating?
Was it cheating? No, this looks like a respectable place. This isn't some seedy, card.
All right.
Card room on like the bad side of town, right? This is like the main casino.
Casinos.
Yeah.
Can't give up now. I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean I gotta get that money back, and
right. You gonna try again?
Oh, of course.
All right.
I love how we're all enablers.
8.
All right, you win your money back on that one.
Okay. All right. Go somebody else.
I rolled a 13 on that one. So, there you go.
I was going to say I was going to wander over to Dutch, but apparently he is smooth talking some lady. Oh, there he's back.
He's back. Yeah, there's no. He sees. It's mostly the cocktail waitresses are coming up and back and forth, making sure everybody's. Although you were kind of walking around, they're walking around filling drinks.
right. Just tip them enough to keep them happy, but not enough that I'm causing a scene.
Okay. All right. And Ricardo, you're back at the safe house, probably asleep, getting ready.
Yeah, I think. Well, he's got his shark flashlight. I think he's he's not sure where. What was Malcolm's character again?
Adrian?
Adrian Locke.
Yeah, he's not sure where Adrian went. He's just banged on the bathroom door a few times. He'll probably just let's see, what would he do? I think he'll do the safe thing, and he'll wander by himself down to the morgue.
Yes,
water
splitting the
over.
party is perfectly safe.
Right? he's gonna totally do the safe thing. And he'll-
Okay. Well, since well past midnight. Sure.
that,
So
no, he'll probably just then monitor. He'll make himself a cup of coffee and he'll monitor the radio.
okay.
He knows that
Yes, radio.
Dutch took a radio with him, and
Yeah.
so he'll just he'll be monitoring and also I don't know if they have like shortwave or if we can monitor like the police or whatever, just to see. if
Yeah,
they-
there's a scanner. There's a scanner around. You can listen
all
to
right,
it.
anything to indicate
Monitor.
that they're in trouble.
So I'll
You know,
wander over
it's well past midnight. Nothing unusual seems to be going on.
I'll wander over to Dutch and let him know that things have been very quiet. Has he? Dutch, you went back to the base. Have you heard any word as to what we're expecting here?
Not at the casino. I mean, what we know is that
Or
gentleman
just
that.
the general mission? Yes.
Oh yes, absolutely, dude. Wouldn't believe it. That guy who washed up on the beach. That's the guy we were supposed to be looking for. He's apparently he was working on he's a Russian working on a defense shield for Soviet intelligence. They were interested. We were supposed to intercept or apprehend, and now he's in the morgue. The others were thinking about maybe going down there, but it's so late. I don't think they're going to get in. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Who knows? But right now, that's where we're at. We got to find out what happened to this guy, what happened to the plans for the shield, if he had them, where they are now, and we either have to destroy him or get him back into Soviet hands.
Do we know where he washed up?
Yeah, we were at that beach. It's dark, full of sand, but they washed up days ago, so there's nothing to find there. I mean, and without any other clues or inspecting the body or what have you, we wouldn't even begin to know where a water surge is. He could have been dumped off a boat, a couple of miles off ashore, 10 miles off ashore, right around the corner. We need some more information.
Well, the only place we can really get any then would be the morgue.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are dressed for it, but would you want to get there to?
They seem pretty casual.
You want to get that? You want to go in there tonight, or do you want to go in there tomorrow?
So I look out over the crowd. I look over at Jean-Luc, who's arguing about his cards with somebody, weeping silently, counting the piles.
He feels the presence of two large guys behind him.
And given how the night's been going for the rest of our little group here, it's probably
If he had a
best
nickel.
to vacate the premises.
I agree. There's nothing out of the ordinary here tonight.
We're
You
always
think
dressed for the morgue, technically.
I'll bring the car. I'll bring the car around if you can scare up Jean-Luc.
I'll try.
All right. Dutch will depart the premises. He'll go and get the Land Rover.
Go get it from the valet.
Nerd.
Takes a minute.
No, he self-parked.
Oh, he's self-parked? All right. So
So I
you got to
go
huff
to,
it like all the way to the far side of the parking lot. Come back.
I go up to Jean-Luc. Darling, there you are. What have you done? It's look, it's past midnight. It's time for bed.
Just one more hand. Just one more hand.
No.
I want a hot streak.
Look how many chips you're missing. Come on. You're
Uh,
going to blow our
One more.
entire
How
budget.
much
on
you
this
betting,
trip
Nathan?
At this
Let's
table.
go. One more. Hey, we're right now.
What-
1,000.
No, don't let him do that. What are you
All
doing?
right.
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
Ooh, another 10.
Ooh. Roll the 5. So you lost 1,000.
God damn it, that's it. Let's get out of here. Come on.
This place is ripping
That's
me
Norse
off.
Foundry dice for your random generating needs.
Always rolls
like to
low.
roll low when it's a good thing, right? Come on,
Stay
this is how I
tuned
always
after
roll.
the
If this was
episode
a
is done.
if this was a standard
Nice.
D&D game, I'd be screwed, right? With the 5. Anyway.
Maybe the dice are so smart they only screw the player characters.
Well, that could be. I mean, they do have. There's all kinds of new technology. Anyway, so everybody headed to the truck, headed to the Land Rover. You guys head back.
Well, is the morgue on the way, or is it?
Let's see. I don't think the morgue was. Let's see. Where's that?
Yeah, we could just break
that I
into the
had.
morgue.
Well, we have the radio, so we can always radio back to base if anybody wants to join us.
we have the car.
There's more than one.
There's 2 of
We have
them.
more than one car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The morgue's a little out of the way. It's a little further. They don't want to keep it next to the hotels and stuff, right? So it's further up Elysium Road past all the shopping districts.
So Dutch will reach under the seat of the Land Rover and pull out the big walkie. Army issue.
Big giant Vietnam era walkie.
Yeah, and hand it over. Is like, why don't you call into base, have them meet us there.
Okay, so you guys want to go to the morgue tonight?
Oh yeah. I had the radio to Jean-Luc. It's like, you talk to him. He feels creepy.
Ricardo, are you in? Are you awake?
Is this thing on? Hello?
Hello,
Is this thing
yeah.
on?
Stop! Let go of the button so I can talk.
This is Los Flamingos. Who am I speaking to?
Latrine.
Oh,
Flamingos. Oh boy. All right.
We're going to the morgue. Can you meet us there?
oh, okay, sure. That'd be great. I'll just go get the car, drive by myself. Be fun. See you there.
Isn't there anybody there with you that you can bring with you?
No, I don't know. I think he had some bad conch shell, and he hasn't been out of the toilet since.
Oh, that's pretty scary. I think I had the same dinner. No. All right.
Well,
okay,
I will see you at the morgue.
I'll see you at the morgue.
Like,
Hang up.
sorry. Click.
I didn't say 10-4. Anyway. Okay, so
Art imitates life.
Dude, can that guy even drive a car?
I don't know. Does he have a driver's
Nobody drives
skill?
the car like you, Dutch.
That's true.
Probably true.
We all can't be Dutch, but listen, seriously, we should maybe hire a local kid to drive him around.
Some 10-year-old kid that was selling chiclets, and then all of a sudden he's driving
He
around.
shows up in a pedicab.
Right. Yep.
You said
Nice.
pedicab, right?
Yep. Betty. Yep. Okay, so we'll fast forward. Say 20 minutes later, you guys are sitting out front of the local police station / morgue. It's
Oh. It's a police station and a morgue. Okay, all right, never mind.
yes, local police station and a morgue. It's a single-story building. There's a couple of old, beat-up cop cars out front. There is a light on. You can kind of see through the glass doors that somebody's sitting at a desk there, and that's what you guys see at this point. What do you guys want to do?
About how many cop cars are there?
There's 2 of them, and a motorcycle with a sidecar.
All right, I can have base call in some kind of emergency on the other side of the island. Maybe get them sent out over there. At least cut down the numbers of people that you're going to have to go through. Somebody can try to work their way in and let us in through the back door once you're in.
We could also just go up to and speak to them. Think they'd let us see the body?
Dude.
Well, I guess we had a good cover story. What did this guy look like again? Was he bald?
Yeah,
Bald.
sandy blonde hair. He was 5'7". I said he was tall originally.
Yeah, tall, 5'7".
Tall at 5'7". Let's see. He had a scar on the back of his left hand. What it was.
Yeah, we could pretend to be family.
All right, you guys could do
Well, I don't think it's wise if we all show up together, so I'll wait outside and cover your bags.
So
yeah.
Natasha, you and I maybe.
Sure.
Uh,
So we play the. So first off, when we got here, what kind of credentials do we have with us? Did we have like a spread of whatever we want, or?
Yeah, you guys could say you brought whatever you guys normally use for credentials. You know, probably FBI or I don't know, whatever you want to come up with.
Or say, for national papers. So
Sure.
Russian, okay. So, go in saying we've lost our.
Cousin, brother,
Yeah,
what,
yeah. Brother. Our
uh,
brother Vladimir
thrupplet?
didn't show up at the hotel. So we'd like to file a missing persons report, and then we can describe him.
Okay, yeah. Let's. I'll follow your lead. I'll back you up.
Oh, great.
Ricardo, what are you doing? Are you going with them? You staying in the other car?
No, he'll head over to their car and he's listening to their plans.
Okay.
He's like, "Would you like me to come with you? Perhaps I can help you in the finer ways of deception.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to hang out with Dutch
Mm.
as your backup?"
No, you know, dude, you could go inside. It's cool. I mean, they could probably use the help.
Very well, I will. He pops his second collar. I will help you. So I'll go
You-
in with the two of them.
You can be our bodyguard.
Ah,
Okay.
So we walk up to the front desk.
Okay.
Oh, this.
You guys are- everybody good with that? You guys ready to walk
I
in?
admire your confidence there, Matt.
He's not super big or strong or muscular.
They don't
our
have to
guide,
be.
our local guide.
Yeah, our local guide. There you go.
Oh, you might be able to pass as local guy. That might. Yeah.
Extremely good-looking local guide.
He still
Right.
he has the big sunglasses on still, and
After midnight.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
So I will walk up to the front desk and in a light Russian accent, say, "Excuse, please. We are looking for help. We have a cousin who's supposed to come to the hotel with us 2 or 3 days ago, has not shown up yet. We are wondering if perhaps maybe he likes to drink. Maybe he get drunk and he go to the jails."
Oh, you said a couple days ago.
Yes.
It's a young kid, right? Like this kid, young, probably just like a couple months out of training, right? This kid's like, yeah. Do you have a description of him?
Yeah. So I described.
He's like
him.
looking around, trying to find like paperwork. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
man,
I described
Tall, 5'7".
Yeah, yeah, tall 5'7". He was wearing heels. Don't ask. He had a scar on the back of his hand.
yeah. And he stops writing. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, okay. Can you hang on a second? I gotta make a phone call. And he like walks to the desk behind the other desk there, like out of earshot. And he picks up the
I hit
phone.
John Luke and say, "See, I told you he was drinking again."
I put on a very concerned look on my face. I was like, why is he going to talk to somebody else?
He puts on. He's like, he comes back after the phone call. He's like, well, if you don't mind waiting, I just called the inspector. He should be here in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
have,
sure.
so if you don't mind waiting, fast
Oh, no,
forward
this
10
can't be good.
minutes.
He must be at another jail.
Yeah. I'm sure he's fine.
Could be. Sure. So anyway, the inspector shows up. He's Detective Inspector Neville Sinclair. He says, "Oh, ma'am, I didn't get your name. What was your name, ma'am, sir?"
My name is Natasha. I'm looking for my cousin. We asked this policeman. He's very nice, but he not tell us where he is. He likes to drink a lot, my cousin, but he has not shown up.
Well,
He gets
Miss
in lots of
Natasha.
fights.
I regret to inform you that he passed away. We found him washed up on the shore
What?
Mm.
No.
a couple days ago. I'm so sorry
No.
for your loss.
It's Vladimir. How? Where did this happen?
How could this happen?
What?
Well, we don't know. We but there weren't any signs of foul play. I can tell you that much. But he did have like one handcuff on, so that was kind of strange. We were trying to figure out why that was, but
He's from your side of the family. He was in the sex games, wasn't he?
No, not anymore.
I don't judge. Okay, sure.
No. Oh, are you sure it's him? He's.
Well, I
he's
can
bald,
take you. I
older.
can take you. I can take you back there.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
see if it's actually him. You said he had a scar on his left hand, correct?
Yes.
We should know. It's right for the family. We should be brave together and witness this horrible scene.
This will ruin the vacation. I'm sorry for everyone.
I am sorry, ma'am. It's a shocking. I realize it's a shock. But if you follow me, we can go into the morgue and I'll see if you can identify the body for me. That would be great.
Okay.
Please, thank you
Lead
very
the way.
much.
So you
Very
guys
kind.
take him into the morgue. Do you guys tell him his name, or do you give him a different name?
No, we give him his name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you see it's him on the body. I mean, the body on the table. He pulls out. Dude is dead. Nothing around.
No.
Can we spend
No.
some? Can we have some privacy for just a few minutes? Just to say goodbye
You're
to
so
our cousin?
young. So young.
Sure. I'll be right outside.
Thank you so much. You're so
No
very
problem.
kind.
And he goes outside and kind of closes the door, but leaves it just a little crack, just cracked a little bit open.
Okay. Yeah. So, I look at Ricardo and Natasha. So, okay, we need to like check to see if there's any signs of anything.
Why? That foul demon drink has done this to you. No.
Yeah. So
You just
yeah, I'm
throw
looking-
yourself on the body, like start,
Yeah.
start
Yes.
reaching into the pockets. You're like,
Yeah.
you console her.
So is he like completely buck ass naked or?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the Y incision. He's got the
So
standard
he-
dead body on a.
Oh,
So they've done an autopsy already. That's why they
Oh,
figured out there was
okay.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty quick.
So
Um,
I'll keep wailing and
It's a
mashing
small.
over the body.
It's a small town, right?
Yeah.
well, that's good. So
Um,
I guess we don't need to like check his anus or anything. That's good news.
No, probably not.
well,
I mean, but if you want to, you can
Ricardo-
roll for it. I guess.
So I'm
Give
going
me
to
an
keep
observation roll.
I'm going to keep wailing over the body, but while I'm doing that, looking around for papers to indicate what they might have, if they have left any of their autopsy notes around.
All right, give me an observation roll.
Alrighty.
I think Ricardo might walk out, go out in
55.
the hall with the inspector, and
Okay.
and
Kind of has a-
ask him if he's
That's-
got a. First, he's gonna try to bum a cigarette, and then he's gonna small talk. But he is gonna ask him if the family, what they did with his effects. If the family.
Yes, I have his effects. We can get. I was going to give them to the family after they identified it. So
Excellent. Do you have a?
But it
cigarette
sounds
you
like
can
the
find, inspector.
Miss Natasha there has, must have been very close to him. Sounds
Oh, they
like-
were very, very close. Very, very, very close.
Yes, it's tough when a loved one passes.
You just
Yes,
paid off the
yes.
donkey.
Just like, okay, sure.
Yeah, he
Invisible
will.
beast.
Ricardo will weave a tale of how Natasha and Victor and all that grew up in a. He's just gonna weave this whole poor vodka family, harsh dad, and only had the one mule between them, and he's just bumming a smoke and distracting this guy, knowing that they're probably in there looking around.
You'll never taste borscht again.
So, Chris, what did you roll for that check?
55.
Another 55. Okay.
Well, the other one was 44.
was-
So
Oh, that's right. The other, yeah. Another crit. I'm starting to see how this game's played now.
it's going to go poorly because that's the same set of dice. It's going to turn on me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like they always do. Yeah, you don't. It's spotless back here. There's no papers laying around. There's nothing like that laying out.
Are there any other occupied morgue pods or slabs, or what do you want to call them?
Are you gonna open them? You know, open a cut. I mean, there's a series of 6 slabs in this guy.
Yeah,
He's on the bottom one.
I'll go through, see if there's any other recent additions to the dead body collection.
You go through. There's. He's the only body in the morgue.
Were there other things on the slabs?
No, they were clean. You can tell this place probably doesn't get a lot of crime. And you kind of, or they get. You get the feeling they don't have a lot of crime, or the crimes get solved very quickly because they don't want to disturb the tourist flow. So
Okay.
I'll be from down the block with a pair of binoculars, just casing the joint, making sure that nobody untoward rolls up or anything strange happens.
okay, give me a observation intelligence roll. See what's going on.
Okay. 50 out of 57. So
Okay.
I made
You're kind of like looking around, scanning. It's probably about 1:00 now. There's a few people out, probably coming home from their jobs at the casino or one of the other hotels. There's a guy standing on the street smoking a cigarette. Kind of looks towards you guys, your cars, the morgue, puts it out and leaves.
Okay.
So meanwhile, back at the morgue, so
we
checking the body. Is there any like other thing out of the ordinary that we might?
no, it was just the abrasion from the handcuff that was on his wrist.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty much it. There's nothing really on the body. The inspector puts his head back in and says, "Whenever you're ready, I can give you his effects." Just when you're ready.
yeah, so I will jab myself in the eye real quick so I get all red and teary eyed.
All right, give me a what was that? Yeah, hand-to-hand combat roll.
Yeah.
Critical.
Yeah, with my luck. Yes. So yes, I was like, please, did he show up, wash up naked? Where's his clothes? He had clothes.
Yes, we have those for you. I have all those effects. I mean, the suit was just a standard suit, but I had what he had on him. I can give you his belongings.
That would be so gracious. I'm sure we'll take it. I guess.
Igor, you look through it. I can't. It's too hard.
Okay. Yeah. Let's. Why don't we just take the effects and leave and let these good people get back to their duties. I think we've taken enough of their time.
I go up to the inspector. Thank you so much, and I hand him a note with our phone number at the safe house, saying if you learn anything new, please reach out and tell us.
Sure, we'll do. I do have a question though. Did your cousin know anybody here on the island at all?
Just our family. We were here for vacation.
All right, well, there was another man that came in tried to see the body and was most insistent, almost rather violent like.
Oh.
But we didn't arrest him, but we're keeping an eye on him.
What can you tell us what he looked like?
Vladimir got in lots of fights.
I believe he's Cuban, quite a large fellow. We're not sure who he was. I had one of my officers follow him, and he found out that they're staying on a cottage along East Beach under the name of Castaneda.
Okay.
Again, that's why I just asked, because he seemed very insistent on.
He got into a fight at the bar with the local. I know it.
Well, that could be. I didn't see any. The coroner didn't say there was any sort of foul play or bruising besides the wrist. So
we can ask our family, and maybe they know something we don't about this Castanera fellow. Thank you for mentioning that. I don't know anything myself, but yeah,
sure.
we can ask the family. Maybe there was something that happened while he was here.
Yes,
we
well,
will,
and,
we
and
will,
reach out to me anytime as well, and he gives you his card. Gives you his card
we will also
with a
reach out to
number,
our
or just
consulate
reach him
in
at
the
the
capital.
station. The station can always get a hold of him,
Okay.
and he's kind of like escorting you guys out towards the
Okay.
doors.
I'm clutching onto Jean-Luc's arm, silently weeping.
There.
Okay.
You poor woman.
And then just as he gets you out the door, and as you guys are just about to leave, he goes, "Oh, and there was another thing. There was an American named Marshall, apparently very wealthy. He had heard about your cousin's accident and was has offered to pay for the modest funeral. But
Marshall. We don't-
I couldn't let him do that because we're still investigating, obviously. But
Do you have his contact information? We would love to thank him.
I do not have his contact information. He just said that he would offer to pay for it because he feels like nobody should,
It is
not have
very
a
kind.
funeral.
We are here. We will take care of it. We are his family. It means a lot to us, but we will take care of it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shh.
Great. Yeah. Mr. Marshall, I don't even know if I could describe him. He's just kind of average. Just quite unusual. I mean, it's pretty bad for a detective not to be able to pick him out, don't you think? Anyway.
All Americans, they look alike to us. It's fine.
Yes, that's true. There.
Is he big and fat?
Yes.
No, he was just average looking.
Average. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how else
Covered in
to
Big Macs.
describe it. Yeah. No. But again, if any questions, please feel free to call me at any time.
We will.
Sure.
Closes the
Thank you
doors
so
and-
much for your assistance.
Close the door and locks it behind you. You guys
And,
return to the one
Once
vehicle.
they step away, Dutch will pick them up.
Okay, pull up.
Yeah, I'll hop in the back with the box of his things.
As will I.
It's more of a bag of things. It wasn't a big box, right? It's like one of those little evidence bags. There's a couple of pieces of paper and like a wallet. Some rubles.
Rubles. Ooh. Yeah.
I will meet you all back at the safe house. I will be
Yeah.
taking my car back to the safe house. And he will-
Dutch,
Okay,
make sure we
so-
aren't tailed. There's apparently a large Cuban male that was trying to get in to see the body, as well as a nondescript American.
So Dutch, if you could drive casually, but make sure we're not followed. I'll keep an eye out. Casually.
Fly casual.
Casual.
Like, so-
That.
Look, dude, I can do casual. Okay, well, no problem. Do either one of those descriptions match the man smoking the cigarette?
No.
Okay.
They do not.
All right, so yeah, then I'll just be cautious and careful when I drive home, keeping an eye out.
And I will
Okay.
also watch out for any signs of being followed.
Give me a driving roll here. And Johnny, give me a observation or the intelligence roll. At half for that one.
I'll say there it is, 98.
Score.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Let's see.
rolled
Look at the
a
beach. Look at the pretty beach.
You're not even close to the beach, but you see the beach. Okay.
I rolled a 27 out of 64, and that's without my bonus.
Okay.
So,
So you're making it look, you're not in a rush. Just nice casual driving. I mean, there's not a lot of vehicles out this time of night, right? It's
right, and
1:30 in the morning.
yeah, I mean, it would be pretty obvious if somebody was behind us. So
Correct. The only one behind you is Ricardo in his Land Rover.
okay.
Did you guys get back to the back to the safe house? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's take a look at his stuff. The papers, the wallet. Empty out the wallet. Look for any hidden, like anything under, like the lining, the wallet, and just that whole thing.
Okay.
A
Give
lining
me
in the
a.
suit.
Yeah. Is there means to assist him?
If you're gonna help him, I'll give him a bonus to it.
Okay.
Give him a 10% bonus to his skill.
What skill am I using?
I'm gonna look here.
Lip reading.
Piloting jet. No.
How the hell are you using that wallet?
Knife. Knife. I'm like cutting open the wallet. Concealment.
Do you have sleight of hand at all in there?
Yeah. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Why don't you give me I know it's for sleight of hand stuff, but I'm going to use it as more of a catch-all for it, looking for hidden kind of stuff.
What kind of bonus are you giving me for the assistance?
I'm going to give you I'll give you a 10% bonus for that since
well, that was
Natasha's
almost enough. I was 71. I rolled an 85.
Okay. To you, it looks like a regular wallet. Also, in the evidence bag is a note from a Jamaican bank saying that they do accept large deposits of cash.
I'm sure there's nothing, so I burn it. No.
But other than that, I mean, not it's just standard, rubles. There's a driver's license. Nothing out of the ordinary.
No receipts or keys or
nothing
anything for like a hotel.
Nope. It's like he was like trying to get here and whatever happened before he got to the island.
And the license is in his name, right? His actual
correct.
name.
It's a Russian ID.
Yeah.
Card.
Well, I can't believe there's nothing in here.
Wow.
Just
Maybe
that letter for
fresh
the
eyes in
Jamaican
the
bank. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been going all day, pretty much. Like you guys have been.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
Yeah, we'll crash out.
So we'll pick this up in the morning, and is there that bank? Are there locations on this island for that bank?
You could look at the
phone book.
You grab a phone book, right? Because you're not going to Google it.
Yeah.
You do see the we'll call it Jamaica First International Bank. There are a couple of branches. One's in the capital city, and there is one here in Eden Cay. Not too. I mean, yeah, you could probably walk to it from where the safe house is, kind of a thing, right? But it's not far away.
Okay. And let's see. That's I think that's all we have for the clues on this fellow.
Okay.
If we talk to was it Pennyway or Perry Fredericks rather?
Yeah, Fredericks. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we asked Fredericks if they have any intel on an American operative in the area who goes by the name of Marshall. Let's see if his contacts can find anything.
You are my contacts. That's your job. Just to find out who this person is.
You didn't mention Marshall.
And he closes the door again, right? Because I would assume you may probably knocked on his bedroom door.
God damn it, he's probably masturbating again. Like a gibbon, that one.
Maybe we should go see these. Learn more information about these Cuban gentlemen.
Yeah.
Man, those are our two best leads at this point. But
We
dudes,
have amazing coffee.
I got to get some sleep.
Yeah.
All right, it's been a
I
long
thought
day.
we went to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So okay, we go to sleep, waking up refreshed.
Honk you. Wake up. Bright and early. I don't know. We'll call it 7 a.m. Locke is still in the bathroom.
You guys all,
In the tub.
We've all been there.
you guys all come down for breakfast. Dutch comes in the door, soaking wet, carrying a board.
This fucking guy.
You're probably going, where'd he get his surfboard at?
Dude, Dutch has connections, all right?
Yeah,
He
he
expensed
went
that?
over to
What the
Mac's
fuck?
place, and Mac's got all the surfboards, man. It's all good.
Right. Mac also has an extra bedroom.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
He's not sleeping on a cot upstairs.
Ricardo is having a breakfast of Bloody Mary and Virginia Slim.
Okay. Breakfast of champions. All right.
Oh, I just need coffee. That's all I need.
All right. Grab some coffee.
So I tell the people who will be staying at the safe house what our story was to the inspector. So if the phone rings, just pretend to be Russian
Okay.
and be
They-
very
they
broken
will-
up
They'll do that.
about about poor Vladimir.
Your poor cousin Vladimir. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? First thing in the morning, you guys have had breakfast, gathered around the in the back there around a coffee table.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard to find an affluent American named Marshall.
Mm.
It will,
But
however,
that,
be very difficult to find a Cuban.
well,
So-
I mean, we know where they live.
True.
Maybe a trip to the East Beach is in what we need to
Yeah,
do.
we should stake out this Cuban gentleman.
All of us, or does somebody want to go out? Somebody want to see if they can find out about Marshall?
Mm.
Would you like to find out about Marshall?
Oh no, that's not my specialty. I drive things.
Be
He's just the
crazy.
driver. Long before Jason Statham was the transporter, it was Dutch was the driver.
Yeah, let's go over check, see if we can see what the situation is at this Cuban's house. We'll take 2 vehicles, and if later on we can split up if we need to, while somebody stays on stakeout if they're not home.
I'll drive the second one.
Sounds good, dude.
Dude.
Ricardo will make sure to grab towels, some beach accessories, a beach ball, some of the stuff from this, that we sell, like some of the cheap bouncy beach ball, and
A bucket
You
and a
It
pail.
says
for
Eden K on
Yeah.
the side.
Right.
sandcastles.
It's the multicolored yellow, red, white.
oh yeah, he'll take like a sand umbrella with the logo on it, so he can set it up.
Is there are there any tools or equipment at the safe house?
What are you looking for?
Crowbar?
Crowbar? Let's do a roll. Let's see.
Yeah, what about like cameras and stuff like that, like surveillance type equipment?
There is one surveillance set. I think there's a surveillance set in the equipment section.
So I have to ask here, did you take basic tool use?
I have basic tool
How do you-
use, basic
how do you,
mechanic, all sorts
Oh,
of things.
excellent.
Nice.
How to use a crowbar. All right. Yeah, there's a crowbar available. Thought there was some sort of surveillance. Well, yeah, we'll say there's a. I mean, you guys can. There's a.
Dutch has a camera in his personal
Yeah.
equipment, so
I was gonna say you have a. Yeah, you got a.
With like a telescopic sight or something,
Yeah, there's a telescopic camera. You could take the sight off There's one sniper rifle that's in the back there.
Yeah, we use some surveillance bullets.
There's also a lock picking set, and then
Do we have
I'm
any
guessing-
bugs?
there is a. You have two. Yes, you have two small bugs that will work.
Okay.
we'll take the lockpicking set too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because maybe we find a way to bug the house. If no one's there, we can get inside, bug the house.
Yeah,
It's reasonable.
kinda Nice day at the beach stuff.
Well, Jean-Luc, you're with me.
Lots of
'cause-
suntan oil,
All right.
Sure.
some copper
All right.
tone,
Let's roll that.
SPF -2.
He's just rubbing himself in olive oil.
Well, it was the '80s, right? Baby oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was pretty much it, right?
Yeah. that's-
All right, so you guys head down the coast towards East Bay. It's probably like a half-hour drive. Take to the East Beach there. there are other hotels, right? They're just not as nice as the ones in Eden K. They're a little older, probably built like in the late 50s, maybe early 60s kind of stuff. Couple story, 3 to 4 stories tall. Very colorful though, right? To make sure, lots of, it's like that Caribbean colors, blues and yellows and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's kind of the beach, right? You see people here and there. It's a nice white sand beach. Off to your left, you hit the city. I guess there's not really just says each beach. There's not really a city there. So you can see some docks and some private docks, some public docks. There's a few houses on the water. Yeah, there's some cottages on the water.
And we were told he has a cottage in East Beach. So
correct. All right. So you guys get there.
Yeah, if there's an area where like sort of the cottages are, like we're kind of set up in the middle so we can kind of keep an eye who's coming and going from like
there's kind of like a small town, there's some it's like a spot, I say town, but it's kind of like on both sides of the road. There's probably like a general store and a little like place. This is probably where most of the maids and help, that kind of stuff, live out this way. There's a lot of ramshackly houses that could probably, work needs to be done on them to make them look nice. But yeah, you guys can stop, pull over, and find a spot. Park next to a beach.
Any of these sort of small houses that have like a really nice car out in front of them?
Give me an observation roll.
Okay, I will try. Red is my 10s. 72. It is a beautiful day.
You don't see it, there's not a lot of
people.
Right, there's not a lot of cars. You think a lot of public transportation, right? There's a couple of bus stops around. There's one bus stop at the middle of town. There's a few old motorcycle kind of things, right?
I just picture Ricardo looking at the houses with the binoculars, and he sees a woman in a bikini, and the binoculars just follow the woman in the bikini.
Probably, that would happen.
We'd be making these rolls if we all had Norse Foundry dice.
That's right.
True. Guess you get some.
Oh man, Norse Foundry, come save us. Anyway, so maybe I should stop. So there's a general store like just in the neighborhood with the cottages.
Yeah, correct.
So I think maybe we should check the general store, like if you're staying at a cottage, that's probably where you're doing all your shopping.
Yeah, you could check that.
The general store would know who this person was.
Is there like a little greasy spoon, a cafe or something?
Yeah,
or a place, or even a coffee stand.
It's a little better than a coffee stand. It's a small diner. It's probably it's got the patio. There's probably 5 tables. With umbrellas. There's about 4 chairs in each table.
Why don't you check out the general store? I'll go over to the cafe and I'll keep an eye out there.
Okay.
I mean,
I will set up on the beach for surveillance.
Okay. So Ricardo goes over to the beach. Natasha, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to the general store with my quote-unquote husband to keep up appearances.
Okay. So 2 of you are headed to the... And Dutch, you were headed to the cafe, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Ricardo, you get set up. There's some touristy, people out there. There's cute girls in bikinis. There's guys in Speedos. There's guys in board shorts. There's a couple of guys surfing on the side.
So he's going to start selling. Like he's going to set up that umbrella with the store's logo.
Okay.
And he's gonna start. He's got like a bag of like trinkets. He's gonna, takes off his polo shirt and all that. He's rocking he's gonna lather up. He's rocking a bright yellow hammock, and he's gonna start selling trinkets.
Okay.
Just basically like being like a local, like these local vendors selling garbage to tourists, right?
Come, I give you a good price.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just
okay.
gonna, and just keeping an eye on people, looking around and looking for anyone, that might fit this description.
Okay. Why don't you give me another observation roll?
Oh boy! All right, I'm gonna use a
I know
different
it feels like I'm
die.
asking for that a lot, but that kind of covers.
No, it's good. Green is gonna be my tens. Oh, there we go. 47, and I have an intel of 53. So
Okay.
yes.
All right. So you scan the beach. There's tourists. Couple come over. You make they spend a few money, get some beach ball for the kids, and maybe some like little bucket full of like sand tools. Like those little plastic ones for the kids, so they can make sand castles. One girl kind of chit chats with you for a little longer since you're all oiled up and sexy looking, and she's a local girl, right? Name is Marie. She's just kind of chit chatting with you there.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I'll, I'll make small talk with her for sure.
Okay.
It's funny though, he's got that up, but he has the big sun hat on and the glasses.
He's looking at the big sun hat. Oh, you know what? I need to roll.
Shades.
I need to roll her observation
because he's trying to be incognito, even in a speedo.
Yeah. She stares at you for a second, like she thinks she knows you, but then she's like, "Nah, couldn't be," and she just starts, listening to you tell stories or chit chat. Blah blah blah. All right, let's go to Natasha and Jean-Luc. You guys get into the store. What do you got going? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So is this like a little bodega kind of?
Yeah, kind of like a bodega thing. It's nothing. There's probably on the as you walk in the left side there's some fridges and freezer, uprights. Yeah, it's like a gas station. You walk into a convenience store. It's kind of like that, right? There's chips and drinks and stuff like that. Yeah.
So,
You go to look.
how many people are working here?
What was that?
How many people are working here?
Just one kid behind the counter. He probably looks like he's 13 or 14. He's not even.
Yeah. So yeah, I take a look at the kid. I'm looking around. I'm looking for like an old guy. So just in the kid there, I'm a little disappointed because they're probably not going to be as chatty or as curious as like an old dude sitting behind the counter. So, but I'm still going to try and.
I pop a top button off of my sundress just to show a little more cleavage. So that'll get his attention.
The poor kid's he just hits puberty at that time. He's like, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Something came up.
Their shorts are now 3.
Right. Clean up behind the counter. All right.
You. Hey,
you over to talk to him, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm not. I think this is gonna be fruitless, but I'll go over and say, hey, we're looking for a friend of ours. He told us about this East Beach out here. He says it's nice and quiet, and he wants to come visit his cottage, but he didn't. I lost the piece of paper where he wrote the address. Do you know where a Mr. Castanera does he's like large, Cuban accent? Does he come in here?
He kind of like, whoa, what do you want with him? He's bad news, man.
Yeah,
he's got bad juju on him.
We met him out the other night. He seemed perfectly nice. What's wrong with this guy?
He's an asshole. He doesn't pay for his stuff. He just comes in and takes it. Says put it on our tab. It's like you don't have a tab. It's like come on. But my grandfather, he's upstairs. He's taking his nap. But we can't fight him. He looks very very muscular, very big.
Yeah, he is. He's big guy. So
you're friends with him?
Well, we met him out at the casino, and we chatted up. Me and my lovely wife here, and he invited us out to his cottage. But both. I don't know which one it is. I know it's right around here.
Igor, what is pool noodle?
Put that down. You don't need that. I mean, I'm sorry you've had trouble with him, but do you know where we could find him?
Kind of like looks around. He's like, so he's thinking about it. He's kind of eyeballing you, just like, yeah. Nah, he's down the road. The 5th house on the right.
Yeah, I'm glad you kept going.
Are you gonna buy something?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'll go and I'll.
You want Coke, some chiclets? What do you want?
Yes, some Cokes and chiclets and
Juicy fruit.
juicy fruit.
What is root beer float? Root beer float.
Get some Wrigley's.
Float.
Some fruit
I'll,
stripe.
I'll get one of those styrofoam coolers too, and a bag of ice, and I'll get some cold drinks for the beach.
Okay.
Some Zima.
I don't think they have Zima down there yet. Still,
Okay.
well, they do, but it's called Imza, right? It's backwards and it's Russian made.
Right. Oh, it's some Jolt Cola.
Right. Jolt Cola. All right. That'll keep you up all night.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least something will. Igor.
He looks over at Natasha. Lucky bastard. All right, anyway.
All right, come dear. I grab her hand and I pull her out the door.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, pouch of Big League Chew. There you go, Darcy. Okay. So you guys are outside now. All right, so we'll go over to Dutch. You were at the coffee shop.
I was. Dutch will wander up, just observe right anyway, and see if there's a big Cuban male anywhere there.
Not when you approach. It's really it's empty. It's just the girl behind the counter, the barista there. She's ready to take your order.
Yeah.
You walk up. Hi, how can I do for you?
Oh, cafe con leche.
Sure.
And, do you have any?
That'll be
you got any-
$1.25. All right.
You got any Cuban bread?
Cuban bread? No.
Yeah. Or pastillos?
No, we just have coffee. Got some croissants for you, those people that for the tourists. They like the croissants and the danishes. That's all we have. They don't like the authentic food around here.
They don't know what's good.
But if you want some good stuff, you could maybe come by later to my house. Make some
think that.
to do for her. And she kind of winks at you as she's making you drink.
Nice. It's like, yeah, Dutch is. Why don't you put your number down on the bill there?
She kind of like smiles and writes her number down and slides it over to you with the coffee.
He's going to wind up with no kidneys.
Or maybe he'll be cloned and you guys will never know.
It's true. So he'll if she's not reacting to him ordering Cuban food, because that's that Cuban bread and those I think I'm not pronouncing it correct, but pastillos that's a Cuban pastry that like some of the most common things you could order for breakfast. He'll just pay for his coffee, tip her well, take the number, and leave.
Yeah, before she goes, is that she asked about the second one. I can't. My Spanish is lousy.
Pastillos.
The pastillos. She goes, you're the second person to ask me about that. There's another guy, been here for about a week or so. He keeps asking if I have any of those.
Yeah,
I tell him it's not what we make here.
Yeah, it's a common pastry in Cuba, but we're not in Cuba.
Well, that is true. Thank God. Castro has not gotten this far yet, but I don't know about the Generalissimo here is probably no much better.
Well, I mean, people seem nicer. And he winks at her.
We try to be, yeah.
So what's that? Yeah. What's this guy doing around here that doesn't get a clue?
You're talking about the big Cuban, we call him? Yes.
I
don't know. He's been here a week. He's just he's kind of like an asshole. He just kind of takes what he wants and just put it on our tab. I'm like, you don't have a tab. But I don't know who this guy thinks he is.
Our tab, is he there with Was he like a group of people? They on vacation?
There's about I think there are two houses that they have together. There's probably about 10 or 12 of them.
That's a big group. It like a family?
Could be. I don't know. They all, probably all cousins or something. I don't know. Maybe some brothers.
Oh,
It's
so a
quite
lot
strange. There are no women there though. They keep trying to hit on me, and they're just not my type.
Well, no, you
I prefer
You're-
the blonde-haired surfer type.
surfing is my life.
You surf. Well, maybe we should surf sometime.
I surf, I dive, I swim, I fly. I do it all.
Just a man of many talents.
No, just really good at a certain few.
Well, I shall give you a call then.
I tell you what, I got business in town for a couple of days. It's like, and I'll give you a call, and maybe we go and you show me some of the local places, and I'll treat you to dinner.
Sure, we could do that.
All right. So
Let's spend the rest of the episode role playing this date.
so
No.
hey,
I'll be the girl.
Dutch is about to leave. He goes, "Wait a minute, before I go, where is this family at, so I can avoid them? It doesn't sound like somebody I want to run across."
Down the street, about 6 or 7 houses.
Oh, they have 2 houses together.
They have 2 houses together on the beach. It's very nice. They have their own private dock back there.
Wow, must have money. They're from Cuba.
Yes, well, I think one of them is probably in construction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's probably in politics too. Friend of Castro.
Sure.
Yeah, it's, power to the people, except for the ones at the top.
Isn't that the truth? I
All
tell
right.
you, sometimes this lovely island feels the same as Cuba.
You still have the freedom to leave.
I cannot though. I have to stay and take care of my younger brother and grandfather. They run the shop there at the local local general store there.
But your family is where your heart is. Would you want to be anywhere else?
Yeah, this is true. No, I would like to stay here.
I mean, look, beautiful sunset, clear waters, amazing food, and probably some of the nicest people on the planet.
Oh, thank you. Yes, well, someday maybe the revolution will come. You never know.
All right. Well, I'll give you a call, my dear. Until then,
Okay.
au revoir.
Au revoir.
And so he leaves.
Okay.
And he'll circle around to go back towards the cars. He's not going to make a direct beeline, but he'll see if he sees any of them.
You see, give me an observation roll. Right, you just yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an observation.
6-0, and I got a 57.
Okay. It looks like locals around this part of town. Grandma's out front, cleaning stuff and sweeping the porch and things like that, doing yard work, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Nobody, and you could as you're kind of like walking around, like you can see the homes that the cottages that they've got, and it looks like no movement at all out front. Like it's just looks like it's dead.
Okay.
So you head back to meet Ricardo and everybody else at the beach.
Yeah. So I found out that the Cubans here with a bunch of colleagues, and they have 2 houses down the beach.
Yeah, we said as the person at the general store says the 5th house down, but he didn't say that there was more of them.
Yeah. Well, they kept saying us. Put it on our tab, and so I asked, and yeah, there's a bunch of males, all of them rude, all of them take what they want. They only have at least one of the houses have their own private dock, which, having a private dock, a boat, we had a body wash up on shore. It could be a little.
But if
They say we
had-
move our picnic down the beach a bit, then.
Yeah. But, yeah, if they had whatever was in, I have to assume it's just a briefcase or something attached to Vladimir's arm. You'd think they probably would have left already. So,
Unless they're looking for a buyer.
Maybe Vladimir had something further that they couldn't take by force.
All right, yeah, let's go scope them out.
Yeah, so I'll pack up my trinkets thing, and we'll move down near these with the fifth. I guess it'd be like the fourth and fifth, or fifth and sixth.
Yeah, you guys move
Well,
down towards
yep.
in the area of
Alright.
where the cottages are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I,
Yeah.
being a surfer guy, can I tell if I could catch them, if I could paddle out on my board and be inconspicuous if I want to take a look from the water?
There's a couple of other people out there surfing. It's not super busy, but you think you could probably get away with it.
Okay, because I want to be able to get a view just from if I go further out, I could take a look at their dock, see what's there, maybe at the back of the house. So
Okay.
I was like, I'll be back. I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to go see what it looks like from the water.
All right.
Dutch will grab the board, which is now on top of which has been attached at the top of the Land Rover, and
Yeah, but of course.
So
So are you hoping Ricardo carry all his trinkets with him, or just
yeah, we'll help.
You'll
Well,
help.
what do
I
you
think
three
we-
want to do?
When we get set up, I think I'm gonna take that nice camera and pretend to take fashion shots of Natasha, my lovely wife Natasha,
Okay.
but really like scoping out the house, taking pictures of the.
Stop
of the
making it
house.
creepy. No.
Is there a boat at the dock?
I've got this idea for something where we take pictures and we put them up someplace where everyone can see them and judge them. So pretend like you're having fun.
So I got the big old 80s sunglasses, the big old 80s hat, beach hat.
You borrowed Ricardo's hat.
Yes.
Hurry, Natasha! Tick tock, time is going.
Okay.
I just
you guys
slowly
are-
back away from Ricardo.
Really a photography skill, is there?
I think there's like a professional one, right?
Yeah, I just want to use surveillance because I'm really
Okay.
just using
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. We can do surveillance. I know what you're trying to do. I get what you're,
Yeah.
like
'Cause
taking
I'm not-
shots, but not take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I roll that.
Make sure you get them all in focus this time, Igor.
We'll see. Come on.
Skills.
Ooh, 19.
Meanwhile, it's like Matt's
Okay.
bookshelf.
Oh, there's the photography. All right, cool. Yeah. So you make it. You get shots. As you're taking shots of Natasha, you can see there are there's a couple of speedboats out back by the dock. Runs up to the house. Well, actually, kind of both cottages. I mean, they're separated. So I think standard beach cottage kind of thing. One's 2-story, one's a single story. Brightly, painted in the local colors of the oranges and blues and that kind of stuff.
Do they seem like they're guarded? Like I'm looking for people.
You see one guy kind of standing out back smoking, but that's all you see right now at this time.
Can't tell if he's packing like an Uzi under his. Is he wearing like too many clothes, or is he wearing like beach clothes, or is he wearing like?
He's wearing like he's got shorts on and like a the Guy Bear shirt with the 4 pockets kind of thing and
Okay.
white.
Okay.
What was your roll on that one?
A 19.
19.
You
You could see he's kind of like moving around a little bit, but you can see on his right side he's got some sort of weapon under his
okay, like
Sure.
concealed. Holster
yeah he's
kind of-
concealed. You can tell.
Okay. All right. Yes,
And while he's
the guy
taking the
up there is
pictures,
packing.
while he's taking the pictures, I will be looking at the other direction to see if there's any like patrols. We're walking up and down the beach, kind of thing.
Okay, give me a surveillance or observation.
86. This is going swimmingly. So, Igor, I call this duck lips.
Yeah, you pick up mostly nothing jumps out at you. There's there's a few tourists walking around. There's it's not busy, but it's not completely dead. So, you can't tell. I mean, there's a lot of you guessed they're tourists. On the beach. Dutch, you are out on the water, trying to get a view from the other side.
Yeah. See if there's boats. See if anything
So
I can see from back there.
You see 2 speedboats. Knowing your stuff, you recognize one's like one of the high-end cigarette boats, like a high-end speedboat, and then one is God damn it, Nathan. Your comments are killing me. Gotta turn those off.
Yeah. You don't look.
Yeah, don't look at the comments. All right. So you get the high-end speedboat, and the other one's kind of like a cabin cruiser. It's like you probably figure it's about a 40-footer kind of thing, right? So
It's really big to have it.
There's some fishing poles off the back, so maybe these guys go out fishing, that kind of stuff.
Those are some big boats and expensive boats to have at a little cottage.
Yeah,
correct.
That's kind of what you're thinking.
Do you want an observation roll?
Yeah, give me an observation roll.
All right. 33 out of 57.
Okay, so that is a crit.
Oh, nice.
As you're looking, right, and you're getting ready to set up for your run in, you see on the back of the fishing boat, I'm gonna call it the cabin cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
You see a guy walk out from underneath with an Uzi slung over in front of him, wearing kind of the same Guy Barra shirt. This one's black instead of white. Right? It's got the 4 pockets, shorts. There's also 2 guys on the dock. One's filling up the speedboat, and the other guy is just kind of standing there, like looking around. And he sees you, but then you start to get up for your ride in, and he just kind of like keeps going.
Yeah, it won't be good or flashy. Just plain boring ride in.
Is there surfing skill?
You know, I have scuba diving. Yeah, I have scuba diving and swimming.
Nope. All right, give me a reflex. Reflex sounds good.
Okay. Is this hand-eye coordination?
Yeah, hand-eye coordination.
Oh, so I can add my bonus. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go reflex. Yep.
20. Oh, okay. I didn't need it. 28 out of my 70. So
okay. All right. Yeah, you make it look smooth, nice and easy. Perfect wave. Set up.
So I'll work my way down the beach away from them back towards where they're going.
Okay. You guys. There you go. You guys are now back together.
All right. You know, Dutch will rendezvous. I was like, they are armed and they have lookouts. They have a cigarette boat, very high end, very fast, and they got a big cabin cruiser. There's a guy walking around with an Uzi. They have a guy on guard, and they're getting the cigarette boat ready to go because they're fueling it up.
Ooh. So how do we follow them?
We can get a boat, but that's
drive a boat.
But driving, yes, I can drive a boat. But I'll tell you this: it can be pretty obvious during the day unless they're going to a pretty populated area. I mean, otherwise, if we get our hands on a copter, it's a little bit easier, especially if we get some elevation.
But also a little obvious, I feel.
I mean, are there tourist copters going around here? And
yeah, you guys would have seen a couple of touristy copters. I mean, you saw one big bright yellow one come by.
Yeah. Does anybody have a radio transmitter?
No.
Because I can get up to the hull. I can scuba up and I can attach one to the hull. Hopefully before they leave. A little bit more dangerous during the day. Much easier at night.
We have a couple of bugs, but I'm not sure what the distance of those things are.
I'm not sure that'll do so well being delivered by scuba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waterproof, not a big thing.
Yeah, not back then, really.
Well,
Any other,
I guess the
like,
one
land
question
vehicles?
is, do we think that they're leaving with, like, do we need to not let them leave? Like, are they leaving with, or do we let them leave because maybe
and
they're
then-
going out for a ride and we could search the house? Or like, you
I
know what I
think
mean?
that's
Like,
probably not a bad idea too.
because I don't, if he, so sorry, Carlos or Ricardo would be like, if he was looking to find Vladimir and he must think something's missing, or he doesn't have, why would he be so violent almost to get arrested to see the body if he wasn't also looking for something with Vladimir? I don't think he has it.
Yeah, I agree.
We let them go for a ride on their sex boat, and then we can, their cigarette boat, and then we can go check out the other boat and maybe search the house.
I will say this: what if they didn't get what Vladimir had? What if it was somebody else?
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying,
these
right.
could be working for the Russians. The Russians were the ones who were supposed to get what Vladimir
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Just keep your mind open.
Well, doesn't mean I
I
just
mean,
don't
our
think
Cuban,
they have it.
they definitely could be working for the Russians.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, there's no way we can track these boats right now without making a scene, either by copter or by another boat. But yeah, if you let them go,
Yeah.
there's probably still going to be people here. But big guy, you could take them.
We have the two bugs. I mean, I think the idea is maybe we try to sneak in if we can, and
Eh?
and plant the bugs, somewhere in a common area where they'll be talking together.
Sounds good.
So then we're just gonna let these guys take off.
Yeah, I think so. I can't think of a way to. If
Stop.
they're
I
gassing
know,
up
it's
right
like-
now, I don't think we have enough time to come up with a way to track them.
I saw at
He's in
least
the
I saw at least 3. How many did you observe?
Just one up by the house.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's hang around for a little bit and see if that boat takes off.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yep.
How long do you guys want to hang out for?
Well, I mean, if they don't take off in an hour,
Yeah. No, they would. So let's say a half hour later, you see. Let's roll the Norse Foundry dice here.
Latrine, make sure you get photos of everyone getting on that boat.
Yep.
Okay.
I will pose for you this time if Natasha is bored.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do. All right.
I back away slowly.
Probably a good idea.
Shall I leave you two alone?
A lot of beach ball poses.
So you guys are watching, and you see you see 5 people come out of the house to join the 2 guys that are on the cabin cruiser. I think I said they were filling up the cigarette boat. I was wrong. I meant to say cabin cruiser. Apologize for that.
Okay.
Filling up the cabin cruiser. So there's the 3 guys that were down by there. They're already on the boat. It's already started up, and 4 more guys come down. And one of
Do
them
any of
is a
them-
very large-looking Cuban in the middle,
Okay.
and a couple of smaller guys with him.
Get a lot of pictures of him.
Okay, a lot of pictures of him. Okay, yeah, he doesn't look like. Anybody want to roll me? Somebody roll me. Nathan, roll me an observation.
$81.
Over.
Observation.
Give yourself 20% with the telephoto lens.
You'd be off your intelligence.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, with it. Yeah, your intelligence. Even with the 20% bonus.
Yeah, even the 20, yeah.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, you just see him kind of stroll up in the boat. A few more minutes after that, on the wind, you guys can hear some Spanish. I don't. Does anybody speak Spanish?
Yep. Yeah, it's Ricardo's name.
Oh, of course, Ricardo speaks Spanish. Silly me. You can hear some kind of like argument. It's far away, so the wind is kind of carrying it. You kind of pick up pieces of it saying, find him, KGB, that kind of stuff. as they hop on the they board the boat. It starts backing out and starts motoring out, and turns north, which would be back towards Eden Cay. So they're headed that way.
Okay. I'll relay that and just say, hey, I think they are still looking for Vladimir, or at least what he had. They said something about finding him in the KGB, so you're probably right, Dutch. Working for the KGB.
All right. Well, let's. If we're gonna get into those houses, let's do it now.
Alrighty.
But I mean, be prepared. They might not have taken everybody.
Yeah, I think they said up to 12. And that accounted for, what, 7?
Yep, as far as you know.
How do you want to
Well,
do this?
It's a good thing I came armed. And he like pulls his Speedo back, and there's like a pistol. It's like-
It's the shark flashlight.
Is that a stub nose?
I don't want to know what else you have in there, mate. That's
It's a well-oiled gun.
It's got good action. The slide works really well.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys want to do? It is.
Down to the house.
We'll say it's 11 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of. Yeah, we'll go 10:30. Go 10:30. You guys have been
They
there for a
would
while.
never expect someone to
Break into their house in the middle of the day.
in the morning.
I will
Coffee
stay
delivery.
on the outside by the beach, keeping watch.
All right. Natasha's going to stay by the beach and watch.
Maybe I can make a distraction.
deliver a pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
Deliver pizza. Can deliver some coffee from down the coffee house. Sure.
Shoot. I don't know. Yeah, this is a tough one, guys.
We could scope it out for another half hour to see if anybody moves.
I will go
Yeah.
and take a guys. I will make a distraction. You guys get ready to enter the house. If there's anyone there, maybe they'll see me. I can draw them out, and I'll go over to the dock and go walk over. Like start looking at the cigarette boat, because he called it a cigarette boat.
Okay.
I'm not sure what a cigarette.
Yeah,
boat is.
cigarette boat.
Um,
Cigarette boat.
A scarab. It's a scarab.
The Scarab, yeah.
Yeah.
The Miami Vice speedboat.
Yep. So he'll start looking around at that. Like walk on the dock and start looking around at the boat.
Hey, you don't wait long. There's a yell with the. What are you doing? Get away from there!
Yeah, I'm moving up to
You
see.
see two guys
Yeah.
headed towards you. What are you
I'll
doing?
wave.
Get out
I'm
of here,
just-
man!
I'll be
Check
back
Robert.
in John Luke up.
I'm checking out your fabulous knots.
What? Get out of here!
Did you tie these
weirdo.
yourselves?
Look, man, and he lifts up the shirt. He's like, "Get out of here now, man! You're not supposed to be here."
And he will lower his sunglasses and say, "The doctor is always where he's supposed to be." So I'm going to see if they recognize me. I don't know if I roll for that or.
Actually, I got to roll against your.
Is it my acting or what?
Yeah,
would
I
it
think it's
be?
your what's your famous.
Well, I have acting ability, but if you have a combination of skill that's above 50, you're considered relatively famous. And so I have a total acting with that acting ability. Where's it at?
Okay.
63.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Give me an acting roll.
All right.
That'll work better. I was trying to figure out. If
Oh,
there
yeah,
was
60 out of 63. I really wish
Okay,
it was 06, but
So like one of the guys next to him was like, "Hey, Jose, that's Ricardo Suave, Doctor Amor." Like, what? No way, yeah. So they start. So you've distracted them.
yeah, I'm just gonna basically tell them I'm here on vacation. I'm doing a shoot for a special holiday episode, and maybe we need a boat for that. You could tell me about their boat, or I'm just gonna distract them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll distract. So Dutch
Let's
and
role play it for the next 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to insult the Spanish people with my
That is
accent,
fun
so
for
let's not
everybody.
do that.
How many horsepowers does it both have?
That's right.
Hold on, let me look up a cigarette boom. Yeah. All right. So Jean-Luc
Trade
and
you
Dutch.
some-
Do you know what it says when you
pupusa for
haven't
this-
paid for a boat
Yeah.
all the way for? It's not paid for.
So we'll roll up on the house from the other side.
Now, Natasha, were you staying out? Were you staying back?
I was staying by the beach, keeping watch. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So Jean-Luc and Dutch, give me stealth rolls.
Ooh, what's the default to that?
Stealth is movement.
All right. Oh, it's just is it its own skill or is it just
It
movement?
is. It's a specialty skill,
Oh, okay.
but the attribute is under.
Ooh, made it by 2.
Movement.
60.
Okay. I made it by 12.
Okay.
Do
So
the
you
mental
guys,
math
you
in my
guys
head.
head around front. Well, Ricardo's back there on the dock. Looks empty. You guys approach the front door. It's locked.
We have that lockpick kit
Yeah.
that we took from the safe house. Can I
Good
use it with a basic tool use?
Do you have a lockpick skill?
No.
You know nobody took
Uh,
lockpicking?
I had lockpicking picked out, but I turned it in for French.
I have basic tool use and basic mechanic.
Okay. So we'll do the. Let's see. So it'll be based off your dex, and it's going to
Okay.
be a minus 30 from your current score, even with the
All right.
the picks.
So that's a 34, but plus 10 for hand-eye coordination. So 40.
Yeah. So 44 and under then.
26.
Okay. So you're up front and you're working a lock. It's taking you a little bit longer than you're not quite super fast. It's just a little bit longer, and then you hear the click, unlocked.
Wow.
Go, 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 quick.
All right, I sneak in.
All right, give me a
And-
stealth roll again.
Again.
Nathan's pushing his luck. His Luke.
Yeah, no, this
as
is
they
a
say in
failure.
France.
All right. What is it?
86. I have a 71.
Okay, so you didn't critically fail with the 88 or anything like
Right.
that, or
No.
77. Okay. So you like push the door. It kind of slips out of your hand, opens a little wide, and like smacks against the wall. And you hear from inside near the kitchen, "Hey, who's there?" And we'll call it for the night tonight. So that's your
All right.
You guys on a cliffy. All right.
Thank you,
All
Matt.
right.
All right.
Guys
Thanks,
had
everybody.
Fun. Sorry for the late start,
Absolutely.
guys. Everybody had a
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for folks who stuck with us. Feeling human specific. I don't know what happened to Matt. So
I don't know.
Actually, without him here, I'm not even sure we're allowed to leave. There he
Oh,
Oh,
is.
there's
There
a
it
car.
is.
There
Sorry,
it is.
I'm
There
here.
it is.
I figured it wasn't my scene, so I went and grabbed a glass of water. I was like,
Ah.
"Let's grab a glass of water real quick."
Well,
Yeah, we solved the
yeah.
mystery. The game's over.
you missed
Matt.
Jean-Luc opening the door really loud and somebody asking who's there, and then that's where we're cutting
Nice.
it. So
All right.
leave it on a little
All
cliffhanger.
right.
See what happens.
Well, thanks,
Well, thank you,
everybody.
Matt.
See you next week.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks,
Yeah.
See if
everybody.
next
Um,
week Nathan gets mowed down in the doorway.
Yeah.
That's right.
I finally discovered the wrong end of a newsie.
I need
Yep.
a new husband anyway.
It could be an AK-47. You never know. The guy outside
Right.
had an Uzi. So, anyway.
So Matt, sub Matt, is there anything going on Thursday?
So I don't know. I have to talk to Sean. I think we're planning on being on.
Okay.
But I know he wasn't able to get on tonight due to power issues. So I'll have to chat with him tomorrow, see how his power and everything's doing. So I think we should be good for leftovers on Thursday. I don't think we've got a special guest this week, but I know he's working on getting a couple of people to come on. So we'll see.
Awesome.
All right.
And this morning, we released. Hey.
I can't do that. I got no thumbs.
Episode 30 of
Guano-
our Dragonbane.
Yeah,
thing.
episode 30 of Dragonbane, Guano Draconis.
Which the alternate name for the episode should have been Two Dargs in a Cup.
2 dollars 1 cup. Yeah. Maybe next episode.
That's too many darks.
Yeah, too many darks. There's always too many darks. But yeah,
All right.
it's a great episode. Check it out. watch it, subscribe,
Like.
share, all that good stuff. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great
guys.
night.
Bye.
Cheers.
Good night.